Okay, Legends, welcome back to the channel with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, we'll be starting our new journey with a champion spotlight, so we're gonna go and check out the champions that are most impactful for your game, specifically when you start the game, in mid-game and late game. We'll be talking about them, describing their kits and where they shine the most. Starting off with Uugo, of course, because Uugo is one of the best epic champions in the entire game so far that is used by also late game players in many aspects of the game, specifically for Hydra, Ice Golem, Spider as well, because of how her kit works, and whenever there are more enemies, the more that she has percentages on her accuracy. But before we continue, I just want to remind you, if you want to start your journey with Raid Shadow Legends, or you're referring a friend that want to start to play this game and start their journey, you can use my link down in the description below. I'll keep it pinned in the comment as well, so you can gain access to 2 new brand legendary champions. As a starter, you're gonna get Elenaril, which is a really nice poison champion, and of course, if you use the promo code Desert Queen, you can gain access to Tagoar, the beautiful support. Plus, whenever you progress with your account, you're gonna get 3 epic champions, including Uugo, with this link. So if you want Uugo that much, because Uugo is one of the best champions in the game, you just might want to use the link down in the description so you can start a successful journey with Raid. Now for Uugo, let's go and check her out. She is an Ogren tribe faction champion, absolutely beautiful. She's highly rated. She's maybe one of the top 3 champions right now as epic can go in the game. She also competes with mythical and with legendary champions in her category, because she's that good. If you're gonna go and check the positive reviews on her, she's great at Hydra, one of the best units in the Hydra as well. In Faction Wars, of course, you're gonna use her there since you build her for different other content. Using her in arena offense and defense, people like to play, or the players rate her so highly because of the early game. You're gonna build her early on when you're playing the game, and you're gonna use her there until you're gonna build the champions that are specific to arena type. That doesn't mean that she's bad in arena. She's early game to early mid-game play style. In the late mid-game and late game, you're not going to use her a lot in arena, maybe in multiple teams if you want to. In Dragon's Lair, she does great. Chimera, Demon Lord, Magic Keep, Void Keep, in every single keep. Minotaur's Labyrinth, and in Spider's Den as well. And then she falls off in some other, like Fire Knight, because she doesn't have the double attacks or something like that, so she's not a multi-hitter. Iron Twins, she's still used there. Force Keep, of course, you can use her. Absolutely a beautiful champion. Now let's talk about why she's so good, other than the looks that she has. She looks like a shaman, I think. She's like a witch doctor or something like that, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, maybe the best. Like, she can go and you can say, I wouldn't hold it against you if you can say she's the best epic champion in the entire game. So first of all, on her first skill, Black Hand, level 1 of course, attacks one enemy, has a 35% chance of placing Leech debuff for 2 turns. Now this Leech debuff goes up as much as there's enemy that you're fighting, meaning the chance increases by 5% for each alive enemy, which means if you play her in something like Spider Den or in Hydra, she will help you a lot because she will land more debuffs on them. Now, booking her first skill is not that higher of a priority unless you want a little bit of damages. If you fully max her out on late game, she can provide you to 1 million or 2 million of damage, which is not that bad actually for support, which is really great. Again, let's talk about her second skill. So, Maelstrom Rack. Attacks all enemy, has a 75% chance to place a 60% defense decrease debuff for 2 turns. Also has a 50% chance of placing buff block, which is super important for her as well, for 2 turns. The chance of placing buff block debuff increases by 5%, because we have it at 50% and here at 75% for every enemy that is alive. Again, you can use the books as well to increase the landing of the debuffs, the buffs and the debuffs as well, which is really nice on her. Plus, you're gonna go and reduce her cooldown to 3 turns with this. With booking her, she gets 7 books. It's a little bit too much, maybe you can think about it, but it's worth it when you go and level her up. Now, again, this is why we say she's beautiful on Hydra. Again, many players on late game right now are playing her on Hydra teams, and she's replacing mythical and legendary units. Now, you can play legendary champions; they will help you a lot. But if you build her and max her out, she will be your like a solid choice. Opinion to play it, in my opinion, to play there, because she's absolutely ridiculous. Until now, many in the player base prefer to play her instead of playing legendaries, because you need expensive builds and a lot of books for them to go and build them up, and dupes and shenanigans. While her, she's an epic. It means averagely you're gonna go and build her within 1 month of you starting your account. Now, Her third skill, which is one of the best skills in the entire game, in my opinion, if you book it completely, it goes to 4 turns. We'll be talking about that, and it's also situational sometimes. So she removes all heal reduction debuffs from all allies. You're gonna tell me, but what if there is no heal reduction? Then removes one random debuff from all allies. It means she can cleanse you from one debuff that is maybe the debuff that you're suffering from. Then heals all allies by 20% of her maximum HP. It means building her on maximum HP sets or sets that generates HP for her, plus effect accuracy as well, will be really, really nice. So the accuracy that you need to land the debuffs, plus you need to get maximum HP so you can also provide a bigger healing, because 20% might not look the biggest in the game, but it's really decent. If all allies are dead, revives them, and she is the last one to be alive, revive them with 50% HP, then fills her turn meter, or their turn meter by 50% instead, which is really nice. So she revives if she's the last one, because you're gonna make her tanky, high defense, high accuracy, high speed, and high HP, no crit rate, no attack, no crit damage. You don't care about all of that, maybe a little bit of resistance sometimes in some cases and scenarios, and she'll be ready to go. If your team wipes, she can revive them all, and you can go and continue, specifically if you have another healer on your team, which will be nice and help her out a lot. Now her passive, which is really also decent, places a 30% increased speed, buff and block damage buff on herself for 1 turn whenever this champion is the last one to stay alive. So she can get a damage block or block damage and increase speed, so she can go and cycle around and use her third skill to revive your champions again, so you can go and counter the enemy champions. Absolutely beautiful kit. Situational kit in herself. She's like, basically, who needs a mythic when you have her? She have it all in herself, and you can use her basically everywhere that you can go. So on her HP base stats, she has a decent HP, almost 20k, which is really nice. Attack, we don't care that much unless you want her to deal a little bit of damage. She's still decent for an epic champion, not the highest, but it's average. Defense, she's high on defense. For an epic champion, this is nice. Basically, you get champions at 900 or 1000 as a limit. She has it at 1000, almost 250 or 300, like 1255. Her speed is not bad, actually. At 102, I would consider her closer to that high speed on epic champions. Crit rate, crit damage, it's decent or normal. Accuracy is at 15 and resistance at 30. Normal shenanigans with her. So basically, you would love to play her on a lineup that she is the most tankiest there. And there's many kind of builds that we're going to be talking about as well, and many other aspects of her. We'll be talking about her stats. And as you see, I'm building her. I didn't completely go for her build. I didn't max her out. I have different sets on her. The best sets on her that you want to have is probably Relentless, is one of the best sets that I think that could be good for her if you want to build her there. If you want to build her on speed like I did and accuracy, at the start of the game, it might help you. But later, you want to build her only specifically on HP. I did build her on a little bit of defense set, so she can gain a little bit of defense, so she can survive. And they have maximum HP on them. I did give her a little bit of resistance. This needs to change. Actually, I don't need it. It's also situational. This is not the last build that I'm going to go with her. Actually, I'm going to go and use a different set. You want to get HP flat here as much, and here HP flat as well on her banner. And if you want to, or on her necklace, on her banner, you want to have maybe accuracy. That is the best option for you to build her on. And if you want to go and check on Hell Hades website how her rating are going, so if you're gonna see like core areas, she's doing great on Hydra. She has a 5 out of 5 on Hydra. And dungeons with Spider, Fire Knight, the Dragon, Ice Golem, she's really decent. On Hardmore, Spider and Dragon, even Ice Golem, she's still looking decent. Magma Dragon as well. And Celestia Griffin, she's absolutely fantastic. Eternal Dragon, she's absolutely fantastic. Damage is okay. In defense, decreased defense, she's the godlike. And protection and support, she's legendary. Absolutely great. And on reviving, she's absolutely legendary as well. There's 2 ways to build the masteries for Uugo, in my opinion. I would stick for the debuffer Uugo more than any other build. So people are playing her on standard PvP, just going through the guide because they want to play her in different areas and different values as a damage dealer / support. But what I like to play her on is a simple debuffer, so you can increase her defensive capabilities plus the HP scaling, and then get her the accuracy scaling, plus whenever there is enemies or whatever on the lineup you can use, so you can upgrade her to that area that she can land all the debuffs that you want, and she can stay surviving until the end of the battle, so she can revive your champions that are on the team. Now, as it goes for relics, I'll be talking about the relics here. They were talking about cruelty as one of the best relics for her. I I agree and disagree at the same time. If I want to go for relics for her, the most blessing for her, I would go for Miracle Heal. I think it's one of the most important things for her, that she increases her heals. Plus, if you're playing against heal destruction or maximum HP destruction, she can go and counter that. So has a chance of restoring a portion of any destroyed max HP whenever this champion heals themselves or an ally, which is really nice because she's gonna heal a lot, especially if you book her as well. This amount of HP restored is equal to the percentage of the heal, which is really decent. And you can upgrade her, of course, and get all these stats. Now, many people are also playing her with Phantom Touch. If you want to play her a little bit with a little bit of inflicting bonus damage, Phantom Touch is not a bad way for you to build her. Still, I would go actually and play her with the Miracle Heal. Again, they're playing her on War. I think they're playing her on Commanding Presence. One of the also the damage-wise epic champion build that you can go with Uugo. But I highly recommend, if you want to play it safe and you want to have a standard debuffer and support survivor / healer champion as Uugo can go, you want to give her the Miracle Heal. Again, I will build her on Relentless set, which is one of the best sets for her to be played on. I've seen a lot of successful sets that they did play her on a different builds, but having her on Relentless actually is the 80% a successful rate for her to go and be played for and winning you everything. As you see, I'm on my masteries, I'm playing her on the defense support route. I'm still have a long way for me to get her scrolls to build her. I just lacked a little bit because I was busy a little bit with building Michelangelo and investing in Kael. But right now I'm going into Uugo and Tagoar as well, so I can build them out, so I can have a successful 2 supports that can back me up in any content in the game. And again, don't forget, if you want to start your account or refer a friend, make sure to use my link down in the description below to download the game. I'll keep it pinned in the comment section so you can gain access to 2 legendary champions, including the starter Elenaril. And if you use promo code Desert Queen, you can get the beautiful support, the Honorak. And if you progress with your account as well, you're gonna gain access to 3 epic champions, including the beautiful Uugo that we talked about. She's one of the core units that you want to go and play with. And that's conclude our video for today for Uugo, for the Spotlight champion, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.